Hello, hello, hello.
Morning, everybody.
Good morning. Good afternoon for some.
Good morning from Oregon.
Hey, go ahead and let us know where you're tuning in from. Let us know chats, comments.
Morning,
From
it's Susan.
Calgary, Alberta. Good morning, everyone.
Susan
Good
Hayes.
morning, good
Wyatt.
morning. Hi, Susan. Hi, Canada friends. Good to see
Cindy
you.
McFarland, Hot Springs.
Hi, Sandy.
Good morning,
Hello.
everybody.
The city for the moment.
Morning, everyone. Juanita from Alberta.
Hi, Juanita. Good to see you.
Hey, Brent, Anna in Mississippi.
Hi, Anna. Good to see you.
Thank
Good morning,
you.
Ashley Paulson, Colorado.
Hello, Ashley.
Good morning, Robin from Colorado.
Hello, Robin. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Good morning, Anna from Minnesota.
Ronnie in
Anna, good to have you on. Hey, Ronnie. Go ahead, send out any last minute reminders to your team. I know it's during the day. The call will be recorded. We'll post this up in New Age Nation for the people that are at work and can't jump on.
Got it.
All right. I want to start it pretty close. How's everybody doing? Good?
Good.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. All right. Andrea, are we okay?
Give me just 1 second. I'm trying to get it live up here.
Can you see my board okay, or do I need to move it closer?
Give me 1 second. I can't see you at this moment, but I'll get there. Just 1 second.
If I can
Maybe
help, I'd
cutting off
say
a little bit of the
closer.
bottom of the board.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I'll keep it towards the top, but thank you. All right. I think we're live. We're live right now. Hello, everybody. Big waves to you. Good to see you. Let us know where you're tuning in from in the chats and the comments. Again, I want to tell everybody we're going to stream this live in New Age Nation, and the recording will be there. We'll also put it up on YouTube where we've got a shareable link to be able to just text it to your people. And Andrea, I think there's somebody coming in, so I'll let you mute it. All right, maybe we're locked down now. Good to see everybody. Good to see everybody. So here's the reason for this. I'm gonna get right into it, and I'm gonna have some time at the end that I want to go back and forth and maybe do some Q&As, do some talking to you if you're okay with that, because what I want to talk to you about today is making a quantum leap in 2022. You know, I could go on and on about a company that has never been in momentum like what we got in our hands with New Age. I could go on and on and on about our products, what our R&D team are doing right now in developing products like Renew. How many of you are using the Renew product or using I use it every night before I go to bed, and you know, I've been using it now for quite some time since we left Utah, and an absolute amazing product. Just the way I feel, it's kind of unexplainable, but all of our products are. But we're sitting here at a time that it's time for us to go announce it to the world, right? It's time to put. It's time that we each get to make the decision going into this 2022 of what am I going to play? What player am I going to be in New Age, in this movement, in this company that goes on and becomes this epic icon company in our industry? And we all got that choice. You know, I think back, and this is the reason I'm doing this today. because I think back to when I got started, and there were so many unexplainable things that happened in my path, in my walk to doing this industry. You know, like everybody looks now and they go, man, you know, he got to be, he's one of the founders of the company, and he was one of the top earners of the Limu company, and he was the direct leg to the company and all this stuff. And they're right, you know, that's awesome. But what if you back up to where I can back up to 10 years ago, I was at a place where I was this high school principal, athletic director, loved doing what I was doing, but tired of not making any money, tired of not, and I don't know about you, but how many of you have been there where you go, you know what, I got a decent job, but the world's changing. A loaf of bread is $7, right? Gas is $6 in some parts of the country. And that's kind of where my mind was at that time, 10 years ago. I'm like, I got to do something different, because 20 years ago, this retirement might have been enough, but today it's not. And that's kind of when I got started. And thank goodness for me understanding the need to plug in and to learn and to grab some ideas and then go implement it, right? And that's what I challenge you to do. You know, so many people's like, knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. It's not knowledge that's so powerful. It's knowledge that you take action on is powerful. And how many of you, maybe put a 1 in the comments. It's okay to be a little bit humble and honest today too. But how many of you have found yourself at times being a professional student? Meaning you learn, but you look up and 6 months later you go, did I implement anything that I learned? And that's what I want you to do today. I'm going to give you some simple things that you can do, okay, to make a quantum leap in 2022. And for the ball to be in your court, okay? The ball not to be, well, I need, you know, if Anthony's sitting there going, well, I need the company to do this. I need this to line up. No, what I'm going to give you today is it's in your court to be able to take that quantum leap, okay? So getting prepared to crush goals in 2022, that's what this is going to be focused on. And stay to the end, because I've got something very simple that you're going to be able to implement, okay? So I've actually, some of you know, I do a mastermind. I go out, you know, to Las Vegas. I sit with some people in the industry. And one of the things that we've been working on as a unit once a week is getting prepared to crush goals in 2022, getting truly prepared, mind, body, like right frame in mind to go crush our goals in 2022. So what I'm going to talk to you about really quick is there's two elements. And some of you some of you might have seen this recently, but there's 2 things that we're going to talk about today. Number 1, we're going to put this up for you. Take a screenshot of it. Preparation. And number 2, pre-launch. So I believe preparation and pre-launch is what I'm going to talk to you about. I'm going to talk to you about a 90-day run that everybody on this Zoom today or watching the recording can do. 90-day run, preparation and pre-launch. Those are the 2 areas we're going to talk about. So, all right. I'm going to move back to you right now. 90-day run. And let's say that we start at January the 3rd. You get to be the orchestrator of when you started, right? But let's say we start at January the 3rd, which means we would finish up a 90-day run in April, right? we would finish up a 90-day run in April. So we're going to talk about 90 days of massive action to go after quantum leaps. What does quantum leaps mean? I challenge you to look up the definition of quantum leaps, okay? Is there anybody that knows the definition that I can call on? Come on now. A huge, often sudden increase or advance in something. Like that's what quantum leap is. Like I'm gonna go after it, right? But I got to have the right frame of mind, and I got to have the right plan of action. So that's what we're going to get today. Now you might go, you know what? I'm going to start in January the 15th. Again, that's up to you, right? You're the CEO of your business. But I'm going to say January the 3rd, we're going to kick this 90-day run off. Why wait? And we're going to talk about preparation and pre-launch, okay? Now, let's go to preparation first. I want you to understand this real quick, okay? 6 key elements to preparation. We're going to talk about each one of them. And they're going to be so simple for you to do. 6 elements. We show that real quick. Number 1, commitment. I'm going to talk about commitment. I'm going to talk about schedule. I'm going to talk about sacrifice. I'm going to talk about negotiate. I'm going to talk about distractions that we all have. And then I'm going to talk about resources, okay? This is the first area I'm going to talk about in preparation, okay? So let's go with it. The first thing is commitment, right? You got to make the decision. I believe that I've said this, you've heard me say this, some of you, that if you make a decision to go on a 90-day run, like a true committed decision, you got to go announce it to the world. You got to go put it out. You got to let people know I'm going, right? And the more you speak it, right? Billy Grady ran a marathon this year, but if he had never told anyone, could he back out of it? But the more he started telling people, I was talking to Tad Nibley, great example, where we're on this level up program and we're posting every day. And once he started posting, it became a committed effort, right? Something that he had to do, like to the point where he probably got on his family's nerves for having to do it. You know, I got to do it. It's non-negotiable. And Billy, the same way, it's non-negotiable to run this marathon because I've announced it to the world. That's the first thing you got to do, is you got to have this committed, you know, what level of commitment are you going to make this 90-day run? Okay. If I were to tell you that you would truly, absolutely explode your business in 2022, if you would go on this 90-day run with us, would you do it? Put 90 in the comments. If you would do it, if it was just it was ordained, like you're going to make more money if you go on this 3-month run with us, would you do it? Or would you go, nah, you know what? I don't think you'd be on this Zoom, first of all. Okay. So I truly today, over the next few days, I want you to answer the question on commitment. What's your level of commitment? What's your level of commitment? Is it kind of like, I'm going to do it, but if there's, you know, if this needs to be done, or that needs to be done, or this needs to be done in my life, I'm going to go do that. Like, what level of commitment would you give this 90-day run? Because here's what I found out in my career of doing this industry. 90-day run spurts of going all in can change your business. Can change your business. And I want to give you an example. Here's why I get so excited about a 90-day run. But see, you can't just go, oh, I'm going to do it. Just kind of like you can't go, oh, I'm going to go run a marathon next week. You got to get mentally focused around it. And see, what happened to me a couple of years back is I'd kind of plateaued in the business. A lot of success, earned a couple of $1 million or several $1 million. And I was in magazines and things like that, but I'd kind of plateaued. The business had plateaued. And our company created a new rank. Doesn't matter the rank, but they created this new rank that you had to have a third line of business that did over 75,000 PV a month to hit it. So I could do all I wanted to in 2 lines. I had to jump over into a third line and create a new 75,000 in PV per month to hit this rank. Guess what I did? A 90-day run. Guess when it happened? Coming out of the gate in January. And so went on this 90-day run, went on this recruiting spree, focused, laser focused, commitment level of the highest. And within 90 days, created with the team 75,000 new volume in a brand new line of business and hit the rank of what was called 750K in our company. I think it came with like a $200,000+ bonus. It was unbelievable. But it was the experience that we went through, that I went through with the team to do that taught me that these 90-day runs are powerful, but your commitment level has got to be where it's got to be there. So over the next few days, moving into what I'm saying is, for me, January the 3rd might be January the 5th for you. You got to decide. January the 3rd, my commitment level is right here, laser focused. And I want you to think about this. You're building the class of 2022. Okay? Because some of you on here has got a team already. Like you got a team. This is talking about a 90-day run for you. You're building the recruiting class of 2022. Starting January 3rd. Let's just say that. Let's just say we're all doing it then. You make the decision. Okay? You got to decide the commitment level. Number 2, schedule. This is huge. Huge. Schedule. Because remember, we're talking about preparation right now. How do you prepare for a 90-day run? Not just say it, but actually prepare. Schedule. One of the things I love when we talk about schedule is, if we were to go around the room today, we've all got the yeah buts in our life. Yep, but I got to take the kids to school. Yeah, but I got to cut grass. Yeah, but who's going to do the laundry? Yeah, but and when I was a coach, I called it the yeah, but, quit yeah, but, right? Because we've all got them. But what if I were to tell somebody like, Ashley's heard this. What if I were to tell somebody like Tad Niblett, Tad, I got something we can go on, but for 90 days, you got to go to the North Pole. It's freaking cold up there. But you got to go to the North Pole, 90 days. And guess what? At the end of 90 days, they're going to pay you $900,000. Cash, tax-free. Now, I already know the question. I already know the answer. Tad Niblett's he's doing this right here. Okay? Would you do it, Eva? 90 days, North Pole, go up there, you work up there. What about at Hill Blue? Jerry Forbes with $900,000 cash, no taxes, change your life? Absolutely it would. Absolutely it would. But guess what you do if you went to the North Pole? You wouldn't have your kids. You wouldn't have your significant other. You wouldn't have all the yeah buts. You just went up there to go get it, right? At the end of 90 days. See, we got to treat this 90-day run like a job. We got to treat it like a job. Everybody wants to be their own boss. Everybody likes to say they're an entrepreneur. But I say, scratch that. Scratch that saying. How about treat it like a job? How about treat it like a job? And guess what it'll do? It'll pay you like one. It'll pay you like one. But for 90 days, I'm going to treat it like a job. I'm going to treat it like I'm at the North Pole. I'm going to treat it like, your dogs can't go to the North Pole with you. They'll freeze. Your cats can't. Your all this over here that ends up distracting us from doing what we want to do. And you go, well, Brent, but they're important. I didn't say that. Okay. Are you following me? I'm going over the top a little bit, but I'm going over the top because I want you to get it. Like I want you to get, we got to schedule. We got to figure out what's my schedule going to be. So I'm going to tell you mine. And then you got to find yours, okay? Because some of you is working a full-time job. You might be in the broom closet right now watching this. So you got to find, that's where I used to hide out when I'd do something, I'd go to the broom closet in the school and listen in. So you got to find your schedule. I'm going to tell you mine. Mine's going to be 6 days, 1 off day for 90 days. Tad Niblett's been doing the Level Up program, and I use Tad because he's in the middle of my screen. Tad, you're going to be an example for me a lot. But Tad's regiment was 6 days on, and then he rested on Sunday. Now, he did things on Sunday, but he rested his performance on Sunday. So he worked 6 days on, rested on Sunday. Maybe that's your schedule. I'm going to be laser focused, committed, all out 90 days, and I'm going to give it 6 days a week. But on that off day, I'm going to reconnect with family. I'm going to reconnect with my kids. I'm going to take the dogs. I'm going to bathe them. I'm going to do whatever it is. I'm going to wash the clothes on that day. Like I'm going to do everything that I need to do on that day for my day. And then I'm getting back in it. Okay. Or maybe, I can do 3 days. It depends on the quantum leap you want to take in this 90-day run. Okay. But I want you to think about that. Just don't make it this is all questions you've got to answer when we're finished. What kind of commitment are you going to give it in the schedule category? Because see, you got to cheat time out of your day. You got to cheat time. You got to find time to cheat. And it doesn't have to be like if you're going to schedule, I'm going to, so let's just say, I would say this 90-day run needs to be anywhere from 2 hours a day to 16 hours a day. You figure it out. And don't write it down. Like don't make the decision right now. That's not the point. The point is a minimum of 2 hours a day, a max of 16 hours. That leaves you 8 hours to sleep, okay? Or to do what you need to do. And then you're back at it. Okay? Find your place in there. How big do you want to make a quantum leap? And make the world work around your hours. This is where it's super important. See, because think about your job or the job you used to have or the job you've got right now. Like when you're at that job, does the rest of your world work around that job? The answer is, interact with me a little bit in the comments. The answer is yes, right? Your kids don't come to your job for most of you. Like you can't just go to the bank. You can't just pick up and go. So if you treated this like a job for 90 days, like let the world work around your schedule for 90 days. After 90 days, you can take a break. But for 90 days, it's all out, massive action, quantum leap. I'm going vertical. I want you to think about your schedule after this is over. Number 3, sacrifice. What have you got to give up? Let's say that you choose to do 12 hours. I'm going to give it 12 hours. It doesn't have to be consecutive time like you'd be at a job. It can be 15 minutes here, 30 minutes here, but you schedule it, everything, schedule. You're ready, you're prepared. You're prepared to go into this 90-day run. You're scheduling it. But see, you're going to have to sacrifice. What are you going to have to sacrifice? Because there's only so many hours in the day. What are you going to have to sacrifice? Why is this one such a big deal? Because you need to prepare for the sacrifice now. You need to prepare for a dog sitter. You need to prepare of what's going to happen to the animals. Because you can't get to work and then go, they're barking, I got to take them out. And then 45 minutes later, you're out there digging in the weeds. So you're going to prepare right now. What are you going to do with that? What about the clothes as they mound up over this 90 days? Who? So the things I got to sacrifice, you know what you do during the day. That's going to be a sacrifice. Maybe you're a hunter. Maybe you love to deer hunt. Maybe you love to fish. Maybe you love to go for like a 10-hour bike ride. Right? And you go, well, I still want to do that. I'm working on my health. Figure out something else. Figure out something else to make this quantum leap. Because we're talking about business now. We're talking about making a quantum leap in business. So, everybody with me on that? Andrea, you're going to have to unmute where I can.
Yes.
You're good. You're good. Okay. And the reason I say Andrea needs notes, okay? And can you still hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. So, okay, the other number 4, negotiate. Here's another thing you got to do to prepare. Here's what I would negotiate. What's the pain for me if I don't do it? And what's the pleasure for me if I do? Does that make sense? Like, I'm trying to put this in perspective. Like, give me a pain in the comment. Like something that would, if you could take away from yourself, it would really bother you. Like it would be a pain if you took it away. But then being broke, yeah, that is a pain. I want to tell you mine. And I'm going back in time to a pain. And thank goodness I had a good mentor that taught me this 90-day run that is the philosophy is exactly the same as what I'm giving you right now. But my pain was not being a part of the first group ever in the company or the first person ever in the company to achieve that rank that the company just created. That was my pain. So everything I thought about was, everything I was focused around is, I got a shot. Now you can think good of me or bad of me, but I got a shot. And I was all competing with myself to hit this goal of being the first. Now, we happened to do it in a month where 3 of us hit it. But let me tell you, I was the first. And not that I care. I love those others, but I wanted to be the first. I wanted to be the first, just internally. So the pain of not drove me. But what was the reward? The reward was, because this 90-day run, this quantum leap is going to create revenue for you. So what's the reward for you for completing it? Is it a trip? Is it going out of town? Is it what's the reward? Here was my reward. I was interviewed by a magazine, and I would not take the interview until after the 90-day run. So my reward was being in the magazine featured or not, right? So that was my reward. So how are you going to reward yourself for completing this 90-day run? Not like, this is the negotiation part of preparation. Like, you got to prepare for it. You got to negotiate with yourself. I'll tell you something else you got to negotiate with is your family, your kids, your significant other. Like, you've got to negotiate. You got to sit down and go, it's going to be laser focused for 90 days. Like I'm going to lock myself up in this room, this space. I'm going to take every meeting I can take. I'm going to go to every coffee shop I can do. I'm going to do this Zoom. Like, I'm going nutso for 90 days to take this quantum leap. And I want your support. But I'll tell you this, if you give it to me, here's a reward we get at the end of 90 days. But you get the buy-in up front. You look at your kids and say, we're going to do something really special at this point. But for 90 days, Dad's going to be all in. Mom's going to be all in. And I'm doing it, but I'm doing it for us so that we can experience this, whatever that is. Okay? Is this making sense? Okay. And I'll say this, you got to negotiate with your other businesses. See, I'm going to make a quantum leap in January. I'm going to create the next class of 2022 for Brent Palmer. And I have other businesses. And I'm going to give you an example. All I can do, I'm going to reflect on me. But I have a pretty sizable property management company, that runs properties that I have. And so one of the things I'm sitting down negotiating right now is I'm not going to be available for 90 days. I'm just not. So I need you to work extra. I need you to do this. I need you to pull the slack for 90 days, January to April. I'm very open. I'm very honest about what I'm going to do. So don't call up here to my office, which is where I'm at today in our downtown area. Don't call me up here and want me to go to Lowe's or to this place. I'm not going. You guys have got it. April, I'll pop my head back up. Does that make sense? Like, you got to prepare for this. You got to negotiate, because as soon as you don't prepare, you let me tell you what happens January the 3rd. Your kids come screaming, your dogs poop all in the lawn and the neighbors, your 3 businesses blow up in your face, your coworkers are screaming at you, and you're like, okay, we'll revisit this in next year, 2023, right? That's what happens. So it's preparation. So the 5th thing, distractions. I guess what I just said, all that was distractions, right? I gotta think about distractions. Anything that takes time is a distraction. I talked about this at the Coach's Corner, if you listened in, because I knew I was going to be teaching this. Distractions or anything that takes time. So most places we're not dealing in the summer grass growing season, but how many of you love to cut grass? You love to put your headset on. You love to go out, work in the yard, 2 hours, hour. Thad, how long does it take you to cut grass? Hour, 2 hours, something like that? 2 hours? I love cutting grass. By the way, I was really good at cutting stripes in my yard. I'd angle them, cross them over. Like, Like it was beautiful. I'm a coach. I love the line, But here's the deal. 90-day run, it's like, what could I do in that 2-hour spurt if I sit down and I started making calls and I started just going at it? Well, I could make strides in that 2-hour period. But here's what I would do to myself. I'd go, but I can't afford to delegate it. But what I realized is I couldn't afford not to. So here's what I want to tell you. I want to show you this. So let's say you got a real expensive lawn care guy and he charges you $200 a month, or let's say $200 for 2 cuts. So that's $100 a cut, okay, that you've been telling yourself you can't afford. But now it takes you, for that $100, it takes you 2 hours to go do it yourself. But what if you took that 2 hours, paid that person, and that 2 hours you devoted to your business and you sponsored one rep in a 2-hour period because you worked the lines, you got after it, they enrolled on a new pack, and you took that one rep, and out of that one rep, you made about, let's just say $70, okay? But then you taught that one rep to go get 4 reps, okay? And you taught those 4 reps to go get 4 reps, okay? Now, let me ask you a question. In that period of time, would you make more than $200? Absolutely. So in essence, the hours that you're paying right here, if you put it here and devoted it, if you went and watched Andy Griffith or you watch Netflix with the hours you give up, it's not going to work this way. But if you poured it in here in the right income producing activities, you're going to make way more than that. And that's what I realized in this industry. And that's why I started delegating. Andrea Rosser, how much do I delegate?
A lot.
I delegate a lot. Actually, because I learned this strategy that it was, it started at anything less than 200, I delegate. Because I could take that time, apply it to this business, and have a quantum leap. And then it moved to where I moved it to 500. So basically, anything less than 500, I delegate because I could take that time and go drive it into this business. Does this make sense? Delegating is the key to giving you time freedom to go grow this business if you'll pour it in here. And we'll get what to do in a minute. But again, you go, Brent, this is just preparation. It is. And so many people don't prepare for their 90-day run. So the last one is resources. Resources. Identify the resources you need for your 90-day run and put it together. If the company does not have it, do it yourself. Do you know how many top earners do their own videos? Like how many videos we created over the years, the different videos. I mean, just do it yourself. Like do the video yourself. Figure out the resource you need and do it yourself. So if get together with somebody and do one. Like some of you, put some resources you use. I know some of you use the New Age Share Out. You use that as a resource. Some of you use the Dr. Crystal Vance videos. Use that. here's what I'd tell you. Here's the resources you need. It'd be nice to have a video that described just a few simple products to get started. It would be nice to have a video that shared your story. Okay? It's really simple. Really simple. But work with your team. But right now, create the resources. So if you need a 1-2 video, get a 1-2 video together. Because odds are the people are going to connect to who? Your people. You, right? You're going after the class of 2022. They know you. They understand you. They relate to you. Okay? What resources do you need? And here's what I would do on the resources end is I would, you don't need a lot. But you go, okay, if I get on a Zoom, what am I going to do? I don't have that resource. Collaborate. But get you a resource for a Zoom. That way you got it in your arsenal. You got it in your tool belt, right? Your box, your toolbox. You go, I don't have a video that shares my story. Then create one. I would highly recommend it not be over 3 minutes long. Something short. You just want to pique their interest. And you go, well, I had never done an opportunity Zoom. Do it. Do it. Like, be the CEO of your own business where you're not waiting around on anybody. Anybody. And I promise you this, if you reach out to your upline, if you will, and say, hey, I'm going to create these. I'd like to shoot them over to you, see what you think about them. I just, do you have a Zoom deck? Like whatever, like you're going to be able to collaborate and get the resources you need for this 90-day run. Is everybody following me there? And you go back and you review this. These 6 things is what you need to prepare for the 90-day run that you're going to embark on January the 3rd. Okay? And remember, it's 90 days to make that quantum leap. Okay. Now we're gonna put it into action. What to be doing right now to prepare. So all of that was to pre-launch. All of that was to prepare. Okay. I'm preparing for what? Coming out of the gate, blowing and going for my 90 days. If you say you're on a 90-day run and 3 days into it, you hadn't contacted one person, you're not on a 90-day run. You're doing something else. Your tire fell off. Okay? You're not on a 90-day run. You had a blowout. 90-day run is all about massive action and being in the presence of prospects and income producing activities, because your income at the end of 90 days should be making a vertical. And if you're sitting here right now going, I need the income, then go on this 90-day run with us. But do it. Do the preparation work. And then the last thing is pre-launch. Here's the thing with pre-launch. We're going to talk more about the social media campaign with the throwdown, the level up challenge. Okay? How many of you put a 1 in the comments if you're making your post every day? I know I am. I've already enrolled people from the post. Okay? So thank you for that. Thank you. I'm pretty, for me, if somebody else does something that works, I'll copy it and paste it. It's like throwing it out there. So, there's a lot. Jane Rouse is doing it. Terry's doing it. That's great. Ronnie's doing it. Keep it up. We're learning from it too, right? Some are doing better than others. That's part of it. But remember, consistency. Are you screaming right now that there's something different in you happening right now? That all of your people on social media is looking, going, I don't know what Tad's doing, but he's doing something. He is doing something. Okay? So continue that. But here's what I want to talk to you about. Okay? Thanks, Andrea. Warm up your contacts. Warm up your contacts. Okay? Now I want you to think right now. Andrea, if you could get your calculator out, think right now, if from now until the end of the year, going into January the 3rd, you warmed up 200 I'm going to tell you exactly how to warm them up because we're going to make this super easy. But from now to the end of the year, if you warmed up 200 contacts, so divide 200, how much, somebody unmute and tell me how many days we got left. Counting the day. 12 days. So 200 divided by 12.
16.6.
So let's just say 17
17.
contacts. 17 contacts. What about 500 divided by 12?
42.
You want a game plan? 42. You want a game plan to blow your business up? I'm about to give you one. What about 1,000 contacts?
84.
84. 84 warm-ups a day. How many of you saying to yourself right now, I can't do 1,000? Somebody did. I'm not doing 1,000. Yeah, but. What's the excuse? 84 between now and January the 3rd. That's 1,000 warm-ups.
What's a warm up?
Now, okay, that's what I'm about to tell you. So here's what a warm-up is. A warm-up is me messaging Andrea on Facebook. Okay? Me messaging Andrea on Facebook with an audio. Okay? Okay? Or me texting Andrea. Whatever. But I'm using audio. And here's what it says. Here it sounds like this. Hey, Andrea, I just wanted to come on and shoot you a message over. I just came across you on Facebook, and it looks like you're crushing your goals. And I just wanted to say congratulations. Congratulations. Keep up the great work. Hey, also, Merry Christmas to you and your family. And I'd love to reach out and connect after the holidays. And again, just hope y'all have a great holiday season. See you. See ya. Okay? That's a warm-up. That's a warm-up. Hey, Emma Currents. I just saw you in the mall the other day and I didn't get to talk to you much, but I got your phone number, so I wanted to shoot you a text via audio, just tell you, hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Your family are just the most polite and amazing family in the world. And I tell you, after the holidays, I'd love for us to connect, maybe have lunch one day. Have a great holiday. See ya. Could you do that? Let me tell you what every great networker is doing right now. That. You go, how did they make millions? They warm their contacts up. Here's what people don't want at the first of the year. Let me sell you something. You want me to do that again? Let me sell you something. Okay? They don't want that. Here's what people want. They want authentic. They want people being real. They want people that show up in their life that they once knew, that is nice to them. Do you know what our world needs more than anything today? Love. Lead with love. Lead with heart. Lead with passion. That's what the world lacks. And if you want to stand out, if you want to be different, if you want to make some noise, if you want to make a quantum leap, lead with that. And you can lead with that as much as you want to right now, and everybody is going to appreciate it. Everybody. Guess what's going to happen to your social media? Your algorithm is going to change. Your algorithm's going to change. People are going to start seeing your social media that hadn't been seeing your social media post because you're communicating with them in Messenger, and you're communicating with them in the comments, and all you're doing is you got a goal in mind. I'm doing 84 a day because I'm going to go smash 2022. I'm going to do 500. I'm going to do 42 a day. How many of you are goal-oriented people that just need a direction? There's your direction. And if you're as consistent as you are, for some of you, when you go try to run a marathon and you prepare every day, or you're in the gym every day and you do this every day consistently, the same results will happen that happened in your body, will happen in your business and in your pockets. It's just the way it works. The more value you add to the universe, the more value they'll give you back. But here's the plan. This is a plan, right? Andrew, any questions on that? I'm going to get to everybody in just a second as we close. We got that? Is that a simple plan? Warm up your contacts.
Absolutely.
Okay. Figure it out. 200. Now, if you can't do 17 contacts a day of what I just gave you, then you're doing something wrong. Okay. You're talking too much. Like I'm just saying, give them a shout out, love on them a little bit, wish them a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And don't forget, you want to connect with them after the holiday. I'd love to connect. I'd love to have lunch. I'd love to, have a phone call with you. You wouldn't believe the amount of people that's messaging me back going, hey, thanks so much. Merry Christmas to you. And yeah, let's get together after the holidays. Guess what? I'm going to show you. Because guess what? What does that say right there? Hot list. Guess what these people are? They're people that's reached back out and said, absolutely, 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 let's get together. So this is warming up your contacts. The other thing is this valuable? Are you getting some value out of this? I hope so. The other thing is whisper campaign. Okay? Whisper campaign. Now, on the whisper campaign, this is the people. You got to remember now, people that you want to work with. People you want to work with. Okay? You see that, Andrew? You're laughing. Did I mess up?
I
Misspell?
just smiled.
Did I misspell something?
Not that I can see.
Okay.
I was not laughing, I promise.
This is a whisper. Okay, let me ask you this. If I called, give me somebody. Hold on, let me flip it around. Jerry Forbes, let's use you. If I called Jerry Forbes right now and I said, hey, Jerry, hey, I just want to call you. You might not be interested, but listen, I'm working on a project that's massive. And I know it's Christmas. I know it's the holidays. And I wish you and your family such a great holiday. But here's the thing. After it's over, I'd love to connect because I want to show you what we're working on our project. Because I see you. I think it's got massive income potential. I think we could make a lot of serious money together. And I just want to connect with you, kind of go over it with you. Sound good? Sound good? Question mark. Now, who's the next person going to answer? Jerry, because I'm going to be quiet. Right? You get it? That silence is awkward, right? Jerry will respond and go, yeah, let's connect. Yes, let's connect. So I'm going back. Let's say I know what Jerry's done. Jerry's taught school for years. She's taught college for years. And she's got some really smart, talented former students that's went on and they own their businesses. And it's like, hey, listen, I'm just connecting. I know it's a holiday season. I'm going to share this again with you, okay? Where you got it. I know it's a holiday season. I wish you and your family a Merry Christmas. Hope y'all have a just awesome New Year. And I've been watching you this year, and you're smashing goals. Congratulations. The reason I was reaching out is I'd like to connect with you after the holidays. Me and a couple of other real successful people, we're working on a project together. I think it's got massive income potential. I think we're going to do just some huge things. And so I just like to connect, go over it with you and see if it's something, you'd be open to. Sound good? See, people in our world, they want to be wanted, right? Think about you today. If somebody you know shows up and they're like, oh man, you smashing goals, you're the most amazing person in the world. I'd love to connect. I value your input. I value what you think. I'd love to team up with you. What are you going to do? Are you going to kick them out of your house and go, that's the most disgusting thing I've ever heard? Or when they walk away, you're going, they think a lot of me. But it's all the way we position it, right? If we shout at them at the beginning of the year, hey, buy from me, what are they going to think? Well, I'm not buying from him. But right now, I'm including them on something that I'm not asking for their credit card. I'm not asking for anything. I'm just telling them, hey, I see what you're doing. I see the wins you're making. And I want to connect after the holidays, a whisper. Something light, something soft, but something very strong, right? Something very strong where you're, hey, listen, I've had a lot of success over the years. For people that's had some success, I've had a lot of success over the years. And we're actually, right now, we're forming a new team. We're about to go crush some goals in 2022. Like, we're going to do some big things. Big money is going to be made. And I just want to involve you in it. I want to at least get I want you to see it and see if it'd be a fit for you. I'd like to get with you after the holidays. Sound good? You see confidence, but also humbleness, right? And being appreciative of that person. So that's the whisper campaign. Whisper it up right now. So what are they? The people you want to work with. They're winning, right? They don't have to be the CEO of the bank. They could be the manager of the college team down the street, but man, they're a great manager of that team. Their qualities are unbelievable. They could be the shelf stocker at Walmart, but they do the best job stocking those shelves, and they got qualities that you see could benefit here. Go after it. Whisper into them. Does that make sense? And set a goal. The biggest thing you can do right here is set a goal. You've got your contacts that you're warming up. Set a goal. 5 whispers per day. 12 days, 60 whispers. When's the last time you've reached out to 60 people? Okay? What if you did 10 today? 120. What if you said, I'm making a quantum leap, I'm going 20? 240. 240 people you're whispering to set up something with coming out of the gate in January. Between the whisper campaign and warming up your contacts, ladies and gentlemen, you're coming out of the gate in January swinging. You're not coming out of the gate wondering when you need to get started. You're coming out of the gate going, I know the direction. I've got the plan. I'm moving. I've got the contact. I've got the connections. I've got the lead. My pipeline's full. Now, I just do the work. Share the product, share the opportunity, invite them to do it with me. Here we go. Here we go. Are you following me? Does this add value to you? Like, can you see yourself doing this? Like, it's what I love about this industry is it's simple. If somebody's trying to give you something complicated, you're never going to duplicate it. What I love about this is it's simple. My daughter could come in here and do this right now, and she knows nothing about the business. My son could come in here. An 8-year-old could come in here and do this, right? Something simple and a pathway to success. Last thing I'm going to share with you, I got 2 minutes. I want you to get this. I'm trying to give you something that will grow you. It'll grow your business, and something you can do right now. Last thing I want to give you is, we talked about doing the transformation throwdown right now. Now, Andrea's been putting up the post. I want to show you something I created. I'm not saying use this. I'm saying you could recreate this. Okay? But right now, I want to use an example. You could screen capture that. You can reach out. Andrea might could put this out there somewhere. But here's the thing. Do things to reverse engineer if you but right now, going into January the 4th, there's this transformation throwdown. Do you know 4 people in your community? Do you know 4 of your family? Do you know 4 of anybody that's tired of being heavy? They're tired of not having energy. Here's all you've got to do right now. Starting January the 4th, this is no business talk. This is starting January the 4th. You got to be a part of this with it. Let me go on Level Up Live. Let me show you some of these pictures. Like, you've been talking about it with me. I just want you to put it in your pantry and do this January the 4th through March the 1st with me. I want you to do this transformation throwdown. Heck, you might win some of this cash prizes. And then January the 4th, we're going to start it. And we're going to do, I'm going to team up with you, lock arms with you, and we're going to run at this together, side by side. And you're going to have a transformation in 2022. And then you throw out a PDF. Now, here's the deal. If you went a la carte these products, it'd be 212 PV, $378.38. Okay. Why? Because we've done it already. Okay. And then I've got a PDF that's got their name, their address. Hey, let's get you signed up. Let's get your products in the pantry. Eat like you want to eat from now until January the 4th. Eat the bread pudding and all the good stuff. And here's the thing, January the 4th, you're mine. Me and you are going to do this together, and we're getting you that transformation you've been talking about wanting. Andrea, you want to add to that?
No, sir. That's great.
I thought you was raising your hand. Okay. So here's the thing. Here's what I want you to understand. You can take that down, Andrea. What I want you to understand is, if you don't like that product, or maybe you have your own pack, just get the PDF and put your pack over the top of it. Like, reverse engineer it, right? It doesn't matter. I might like Rejuvenex and you might like RestoreX, right? I know Crystal did one last night that the only thing difference is RestoreX. Perfect. But here's the thing. You're running with something right now. If you wait until January the 10th or the 15th or the 30th to talk to your sisters and your brothers and your aunts and your uncles, and they're already in somebody else's program losing weight. Right? How many of you have seen that happen? So go ahead and tell them, you're not going to believe what our company's doing. I want to get you in. I just want you to put this in your pantry. I want you to be ready for me. And me and you both will do this together starting January the 4th. I'm getting this right here. I've already got it loaded in my pantry. That's why I want you to get the same setup. Now, guess what? That pack that I just showed you, those pack of products, is going to qualify them for everything in the company too. We don't have to talk to them about being a promoter and making money and all this stuff right now. We can just talk to them about the transformation. But between January the 4th and March the 1st, they're plugging in a little more. They're listening a little more. They're having an experience a little more. How many of you came here for the products and now you're here learning how to do the business? Put a 1 in the comments. Eva did. Oh, here they come. Tad did. Valerie did. Hill did. I'm never going to do the business. Now you're here doing the business. See, what you're going to find, Joe Mitchell did. What you're going to find is from January the 4th to March the 1st, they came here for the products. They came here for the transformation. And some of those will move out of there and become some of your biggest business builders. So transformation throwdown is another model we can be preparing for right now, getting people's pantries full of that product source so they can run in January. And they're going to love you when you say, hey, eat like you want to. That'll help you on the scales for the transformation throwdown. Go ahead, get it on. Like, eat the bread pudding. But January the 4th, we're going to do this together. I've been hearing you talk. You're filling me up. You're always right there beside me, talking to me about what's going on and how miserable you are. Now here's a chance for you to get unmiserable. Give yourself a Christmas present. And I've already seen the results that's happening in people. I want it to happen to you. Let's get you signed up. Pull out the PDF, enroll them, go back home, put it in your computer, be done. Put it in the pantry. Now you got one locked in, ready to go for January the 4th. Has everybody got the clear pathway? Andrea, is there any questions in the comments? Anything I didn't cover? I'm an hour and 5 minutes, but I wanted to give you something that you take away and you get off here and you go, I got a path. I got a direction. I'm clear on what I need to be doing. As far as the preparation goes, you got to answer the questions to the preparation. You got to answer the questions to your commitment level, to your schedule, to what you need to sacrifice, to who you need to negotiate with, and to the resources that you need to have to be able to come out of the gate swinging. Guys, I love you. I appreciate you. There's nothing more that I want to see each of you at the top of this, having that quantum leap in 2022, so that we can take your stories and inspire others to have a quantum leap in 2023. That's the way this industry works. Everything you do creates a story that inspires another to be motivated to come on and be a part of this journey that changes lives. I love you, and I am absolutely grateful to be partnered with you. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and let's go crush some goals. See you.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you,
Great message, Coach.
Fabulous.
Love you guys.
Christmas to you.